Probably just a setup as it should be. That's my creative. It's going to be pretty simple. Just need to get it set up. So first thing I gotta do is really bake. It's too crazy, just Parmesan, so I need to get this prepped up. Load it up and roll. So they could just sit on the side for a minute while the burger cooks. Whereas the burger cooks. It's open. Uh-oh. It's gonna be fancy? No. Actually, come on. Yes, a little bit. And I'm gonna use 2 slices of bacon for this. I'll let that heat up. Meat prepped and ready to go. Fan. Some moss. Get it brown nice and spray. Don't have any. Doesn't actually makes a difference, but regardless. This is sitting in the freezer for a bit. And wrap. Here. I don't know why this is wrapped so many times. Plastic. There. It's already covered in plastic. So strange. Should be good. Since well, just clean the sink too now. Again, like a fucking like a bastard. It's gonna be a pretty big patty, but that's kind of what I want. So, it's what I'm craving. Next side. Well, typically the best way to make bacon. It's in the oven. I'm only making 2 pieces of bacon, so I'm not going to go through all that trouble. So what I'm going to do is just put it on the pan. As the bacon's cooking on the pan, that's when I start to add my seasonings and start cleaning up already. I tell everybody who I ever teach how to cook, especially when you're cooking in a commercial kitchen, clean as you go. Don't be dirty. When you grill bacon, grill on medium heat. Reason being is because you don't want it to shrink. In this case, maybe shrink a little, but you don't want it to shrink too much. You want every bite to have that piece of bacon. Make sure it's same pan that I'm using right now. The bacon is going to be used for the patty of the burger. So that way all the grease that comes from the bacon gets into the meat. Just to add a little bit more of a texture. Okay. Then this one's going to be a little bit of a spicy one. A little bit. We're going to have Cajun seasoning. Good old wing trouble. Not really coming out to. Okay. Onion powder. Because I like onion, but we don't have onion. So we're just going to go with the powder. Right. Very good black pepper. I do my shopping at Winco. If you don't know what Winco is, then you're probably not from around where I'm at. If you do, it's a dope ass place. I do a lot of the seasoning shopping at Winco. They have this Lori seasoning salt right here. Now this stuff is a little bit, it's cheap. That does its job. Because I don't want it to be too salty. And the seasoned salt's not that salty, but it does add like the salt texture towards it. I think what I'm gonna do is turn up the bacon just a little bit. I don't want it to be too high, like I said. It's now starting to bubble up. Patty's almost ready to get on. I want to not too worry too much, but I want it to be able to pick up the pace just a little bit. Now, technically, I dropped the bacon a little bit too early for the pan, but that's okay. You kind of want that to happen. Like I said, slow cook it. It'll be all good. Some people are just like, oh, make bacon, like grill it as hard as you can. Don't do that. It's just going to shrink up, and you're not going to get what you want. Especially if you're going to make a burger or like any like breakfast-based, uh, any breakfast-based plate. You want the bacon to be as big as possible. It's because you want it in there to bite. You want it for the taste. You know, bacon doesn't take many feet anyway. It's just unless if you do like a fucking mountain bacon, but it's common man's jerky, so I like to see it. All right, so when you shave your meat, this is where I learned at Five Guys. It's at Five Guys, they do not season their beef. If you don't know, you do now. Kind of just want to turn around, make sure you like get all the air out, form it into a ball. That way, once we go to squish it down, Nothing compresses. It doesn't shatter. You just get that nice, even patty shape. This is not a traditional way to flatten your patty, but it's what I'm going to be working with. I'm going to be working with just a hand. As you can see, keeping an eye on it, not putting too much pressure on it. Nice even, just like that. Nice and even. Okay. And then bacon's ready to be flipped. I'm doing is like sort of pressing it down a little bit too, because so it doesn't always cook like even. I'll show you in just a second. So I'm going to show you right now. You gotta press it down as soon as you flip it over, and you see what I mean? Like this is the length that you want. And I have it right here. It's on medium. The stove's a little dirty. I gotta clean it, but you want it on medium. You just want it to cook just like that. Don't throw it high unless you want really skinny ass bacon. Like little instant bits of bacon. So now while that's finished up cooking, I just put my seasonings away. That's one less thing I gotta do. Except for pepper. Cajun. That's gonna go in the plate. Okay, so as you can probably hear, the bacon stops talking. What I mean by that, it stops sizzling. So you take it off. That means it's done. It's still bubbling up a little bit, but you don't want to burn your bacon. Some people may, but like it all done, but it's the jar. They're just going to, fortunately, I don't have them yet. Meant to tray out the grease, but you know what? It is what it is. I move paper towel. Usually you want to lay down a paper towel. Everyone knows that about bacon. That's what the bacon ends up being like. Simple. Just let it dry out. And that's how you get that crispy but not burnt. It becomes damn near perfect. And we're actually use some of the grease to come this little of the pan because we're also going to have this one up. Only thing that's going to be about this burger is that I don't actually have like a burger bun. I have wheat burger. Do I care? No. No. Just the bacon grease. And we need the butter, that can go away. And then we need the bread, that can go away. The reason why I stress that you ingredients go, because you have no idea how many people I visited, cooked with, who would just stand there and look at one thing. When you're in the kitchen, you always want to keep yourself busy. 100%. Every fucking time. Because you don't want to sit down and just be like, oh man, now I gotta clean it up. That sucks. That really sucks. No, what you want is that you want to be consistent. You want to make sure everything gets done. So by the time that you're actually done with everything, you're done with all the cooking and stuff, you probably have like maybe 2 pots. And that I wouldn't even stress it. Personally. Sort of the cooking piece of the bread. And slowly, so stuff. This is the last egg I have. RIP. Buy more. Needs what he needs. Oops. That's that. See how it doesn't bend? See how it's not really burnt? Exactly what you want. I could do that in my sleep. Well, I don't advise it, so it's rude. But I think it's now we're starting with some bread. Technically, I probably could have put this in the toaster, but I wanted the some of the bacon juice on here. Just a little bit more. The outer edges are nice and toasty. Doesn't need to be toasted too much, just one enough so that it's easier to build. Personal. So there now, since I've flipped it up, fucking good. It's already heated up. Here goes the bag. Now immediately, when it goes into the pan, you can flatten it right then and there. Don't touch it afterwards. You don't want all the juices to come falling out. So do's and don'ts of making a burger. No smash burgers here. It's gonna be one big old patty. Same bowl that I used to defrost the meat, set it back. I do retract a bit, and I do love me a good smash burger. It's just not my style of cook. I didn't like a bitch. I finally built my tolerance for this hot sauce, and I started eating it more and more. I'm halfway there. It's definitely going to go on this burger. I'll tell you what. As I continue to cook, actually, yeah. So when it's sides are actually browning up a little bit, it's okay to put it down there. Still light tap in. Don't squish it. Make sure it's turning in quick. I was talking about earlier when it was forming the burger. That's what I mean. This is what you want. Exactly what you want. Okay. So the char, a little bit of char on there, but it's the consistency of the meat, so it doesn't fall apart when you try to take a bite into it. Um, After that, we're actually going to cover it so that now it's on the other side. I can cook it from the inside out and cover it. Here it is going to do ketchup, mustard, mayo. Light, I believe. That's what I'm going to do. Kind of probably depends on how I feel. I don't want too much mayo because I have hot sauce in it. And I actually don't want too much sauce in general because I don't want to bleed through the bread because I don't have any burger buns. So I have to be very keen on that. The burger I have. Now, I'm not about to spend $5 on burger bread when I'm the only one eating burgers because I personally like I'm not that picky. I'm picky with my technique. I'm not that picky about my burger. A little bit of mayo on both sides. No use for the spoon anymore. Got some Trader Joe's yellow mustard. Be light on the mustard. Otherwise, it's going to overpower everything. That's not that light. And just a little bit of ketchup as well, because again, the only thing we overpowered needs to be balanced. It's a few drips. Drip, drip, drip. Now, now I feel comfortable, I can turn this on. Take a bit up here. Oh, it's 30 minutes tap. Don't smash. Tap. If they forgot it, there it is. It has a bit of way to go. Right now, it's not even aware yet, but there's a ways to go. Quite a ways to go. I'd say another like 5 minutes because of how thick it's getting. That's good. That's it. I like that. Greg, Next, 2022. Once you get that learned with the egg, you say you can crack the yolk just with the spatula, not the middle, right around the middle. Right? Don't crack the yolk. Cooks a little bit faster that way. You want to wait for a bit before putting any seasoning. Put the condiments away. We don't need those. Now that the eggs kind of gotten a little bit settled in a little bit, that's when you want to season. I don't put any salt. We're going to do some pepper. Okay. Beautiful. Oh boy. Why did I put that? Like a hot sauce. While you're touching it, I can feel they're starting to get to the red part. That's when I'm going to start adding a little bit. I want to make it really here. I have a hot sauce for the burger. Look here. Fancy. Here's on top of it. Taking something keys. That's rough. Get a little bit more time in that motion. Seasonings away. Yep. Everything off, so leave it on the heat. I can tell like the rims of the egg right here. It's getting brown. That's what I want. I think the middle is going to be pretty cooked pretty well. It's going to be a little bit of yolk, I think, but that's perfectly okay. There's the burger right there. It's a lot of grease, but you know. Okay. Here. You never want to make things too hard on yourself in the kitchen. So what you want to do when you get the burger, you get the plate next to the skillet, so you don't create a mess. I'll put the cheese a little bit too much. I don't like it either. It's fine. Sink. Immediately rinse out everything that you use, put some water in it, don't even need soap. If it's more scorpion sauce on top with the bacon. Top the cheese. Not too much bullshit. That one's gonna be spicy, but okay. So good. Take your egg. Just put it right on top of the bacon. Hot sauce away. Both mangoes. Now the meat's resting. So that gives you the perfect time. It gives you about 5 minutes. Let it cool down. Relax. The only thing that I did wrong right there, technically, is I put the beef onto the bread. Technically, what you're supposed to do is put the padding up to the side and then do it when it's that size, and then you put it on there. But whatever. So here, got a lot of stress getting your finish cleaning up. Honestly, for me, I just use hot and stuff water for like the pencil missing, like sitting there. If I use a outside after, and if I try and clean right after, yeah, I'm gonna apply some soap on it, but just wouldn't have them. When you live in a town that doesn't really have any dishwashers in the home, which is odd, very odd. Yeah, that's that you got. A hand washer. That's why I do it this way. Hand wash every day. That's why I don't like seeing dishes just sitting there. Because then once I finally get around to cleaning it, then it's gonna be difficult. That is one more for me. You don't grow up with too much, you're gonna learn old school ways. I forgot to clean them. Motherfucker. Bad game. But even then, like when you use dish soap, you don't need to use all that much. You have to build a house to like having like really hot water with the soap, especially if you're cleaning it right after using it. You know what? No, we don't need that much help. Why do you think all dishwashers have like this? They only cost for so much, you know? Let's go decent way. Oops. This is the perfect way to spin a day off. Make a burger. Clean up a little bit. Have some respect for your own home. Never, nothing ever has to be like completely perfect, but you want it to be manageable. You know what I mean? I am not, still to this day, I am not like that picky when it comes to cleaning. I just want stuff to be done and ready to go. You know, final results. I know it's wheat bread. It's not a burger bread, but other than that, looks pretty good. Let's see how it cuts. Get a good shot of it right there. Let's get these out of the way. Nice. Looks like I made it medium well. Medium well to almost well done, but still juicy. I already have left on here. I just touched it. That's all I did. I just touched it. Well, I'll be damned. All right, let's taste. I would not call it the seasoning job the perfect balance, but the spiciness from the scorpion sauce, it's tying it together. Um, I think what I would do differently is probably pull back on a little bit of the season salt, just a little bit. But if I had to rate myself, I would probably give it around like an 8 out of 10 overall. And 2 points are being taken away from the bread and the too much salt. It's not like overly salty, but it's kind of taking over a little bit from everything else. Other than that, it's juicy, definitely. It makes for a perfect day to go on my computer, listen to some music, eat some of that, have some beers. So that's what I'm going to do. Get my ice water. I don't have an ice making machine that they used to do. Okay, good. I'm gonna make it. Freezer on there. Get into its up. Like old fashioned stuff. Full ice cream stuff. Y'all were kids once before, and none of you grew up wealthy or anything like that. You know what I'm talking about. Ain't nothing wrong doing that. Hell no. The only reason why I want an ice making machine is if I had the money to get one. If I had the $200 I wanted to spare, and even then, if I did, I'd get an air fryer first. So I'm gonna hop on my computer. I'm gonna bring this in. That's my way of making a burger. I know like it took a lot of steps. It took like 40-minute step. But that's with me like explaining everything, cleaning up everything, and going about. If it was gonna be commercial, it'd be like really fast. I probably want to make a burger as big as that because it would take too long. This is about for a 40-minute video. But that's burger. All right. See you guys soon.